Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. It's our Monday night opener for the season. Both teams are set up, and off we go. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Plowing up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 7, and they're going to need similar results now, 2nd and 13.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send them off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing them up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will take possession. First and 10 from the 41. Let's go. Give now to the running back. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He's got Devontae Smith. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Back now, pressure on its way. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, But sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll run here on first down. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They motion the tight end over. 3rd and long for him here. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. Hand off to the back. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Looking to the air here. The throw is caught. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains in those early downs.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1 for 1. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he found some running room for a nice gain.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's the give. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the gun, it's Daniels. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So second down coming up.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignments, hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Shotgun snap to Daniels. His pass caught by Nakua. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 42. Hauled in left side. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. To throw, Daniels. Short pass brought in. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 21. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. There he goes, right sideline. At the 20. And he makes the Huffs go. It's a touchdown on the pick six. So now it's 13-zip, Brock, and they've got to be even happier knowing that multiple phases of their game contributing to this lead early on.
Yeah, I'm going to guess the defense probably not going to keep up with the offensive scoring touchdown for touchdown, but you can't script a better start.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles drive out to an early 14-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Daniels coming back after that pick. He puts some air under it it deep down the middle. He's got it inside the 25. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first. So we're down to 3 quarters remaining in our opening weekend of football. Our score, 14-0. We'll return to the Linc right after this. Commanders ball as we get back for the second, and they're thinking points. On first down, here's Daniels. Hits him on the out route. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders start to fight back with their first points of this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Going ground here. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing now on 1st down. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it's 2nd down coming up.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Pass play now. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. He'll throw it. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. This set it down starts with an option right. And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing from the gun here. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Third down, 1 yard to go. He'll look to throw. Taken in by Likely. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
On first down, they'll run. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 27. Doesn't have the hook up there. Incomplete pass. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. So now they're going to have to figure out this third down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Back to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. He's at the 30.
Yep, I should have let him cleared. Same. Well, we're even. God, that was stupid.
You get a pick 6. You get a pick 6.
I should have ran with the quarterback.
They have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
Highlight? You're going to call a pick 6 and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rob.
No highlight for a quarterback.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders tie things up at 14. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to the air, following the pick 6. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Trying again following the sack. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now a give on the counter. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. First and 10. Finds him over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They have themselves another first and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3 now. Play fake here, Daniels. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Out of the gun, Daniels. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
The Commanders ready for the punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. He has it at the 13. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Call that a punt of 47 yards. And the Eagles will be backed up a good bit to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Second down now, 7 to go. Here's a throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively. But listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this third down is unsuccessful. He'll throw it. Barkley's got it. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half. All tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Return coming from the 6. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line.
Hey, we're dead even here through 2 quarters, and you know exactly what that means. That means both coaching staffs emphasized coming out strong here to begin the second half. Well, that return puts you in great position to do so and maybe even take control of this game.
And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Throwing now off play action. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Ah, darn. Do we have stone hand running backs? Wow.
Such a well-designed play, Kate.
Unbelievable.
Beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw now.
Come back to the ball, dude. I don't understand that.
That is so hard to do. It's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Commanders will go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Daniels from the pistol. Completes this one to Jahan Dotson. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Quick slant taken in by Nakua. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They're set up at the 35 now. There's the handoff. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second down now, 7 to go. Now Daniels off the play action. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
They're set up at the 35 now. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Able to find Nakua here. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And they've got themselves another first and 10. He hands it off. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the gun, it's Daniels. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Sidney Brown makes the play. And the Eagles will take over as he records his first interception of our season. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be second down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They've got a man in motion. Throwing once again on second and 10. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Pass play coming here. That's caught for the first. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First down, ball at the 36. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Third and just 2 to go. They'll throw it. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
The Eagles are in punt formation. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. It's fielded at the 14. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. Looks like he might break it for a minute, but still a good 14 yards on the return. And it's going to be their football coming up. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They hand this one off. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds, up at his own 45. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Throwing now, Daniels. Able to find Dotson here.
I hate that play. I just hate it. You can't defend it.
15 on the play.
Even when you push it down inside.
Washington first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 from the 41. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. He gets this one in the Nakua. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
I beat myself, man. Every game I play, I beat myself.
Just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
We've reached the end of 3. And they've got 1st down from the 31. trying the handoff. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. Has some space inside the 15. And he's all the way down to the 10-yard line.
I hate that you can't pick your play.
He picks up 20. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a fourth-quarter lead. Kicking team out to try the extra points. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Here's a return from the 7. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. Forced out to his right. Finds his fullback. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Second down now, 7 to go. They'll send their tight end right. From the 33 on second down. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Now looking to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. So no return on that punt. And it'll be their football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Daniels. He lobs it deep middle. Put the body on the line for his team. One of the game's big right there as they get the markers reset. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Plowing up the middle. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They give it to him again. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Daniels now. This throw is caught. And that's a Washington touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Has this at the 6. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got 1st down from the 31. Throwing it to start this drive. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. On the same page with his tight end. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Jamin Davis.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Got to be 2nd down.
Well, now this defense is in the driver's seat, Kate. Right? When you make a stop like that on 1st down, now it's your discretion of just how aggressive you want to be following that play up.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to the well again. He still has room inside the 30. And he's all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And down he goes. The Eagles got him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
Another try following the sack. His pass caught by Nakua. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
I don't understand how he gets so fast outside.
On that offense, guys up front, they didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive, for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Out of the gun, Daniels. He goes back to him yet again. Complete.
That's not a first down. Fuck this game, dude. This is trash. That's not a first down. That is not a first down.
Commanders looking like they'll start this season with a win.
Yeah, because I played like shit.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down.
Dude, I've got to call timeouts because I got to run the ball again.
And he's going to take a knee.
Sorry.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need...
I got to run the ball 3 freaking times.
Second down. Probably going to see him kneel it again here. They give it to him up the middle. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Now just 4 seconds after our taking 20. We've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there. Reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Back to him again on 3rd and goal. And he's in for the touchdown. The Commanders making a 3-score game in the 4th. That one right down the middle. And the Commanders stretch their lead to 21. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Simple dive up the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Option play. They give it to Barkley. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Dropping back to throw. Oh, he loses the football. And the Commanders pick this one up. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Third down, you could see he may have been trying to simply do too much to help his side. It loosened his hold on the ball and gave that defense a chance to knock it free. Instead of facing fourth down, they're off the field completely.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect the timeout coming any moment now.
Lining up to take a knee on second down. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in, just as that knee goes.
So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And this isn't just any 1-0 start for them. They pick up what could end up being a key division victory to have later in this season.